It is time. Do you want to know what the latest is between undefeated WBO Terence Crawford, welterweight champion, and Shawn Porter? Stay tuned to this video. Hey, yo. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing where I give you guys the latest and greatest. Let you know what's going on between the fighters and in this beautiful game, the sweet science. Throw a like on the video. It goes a long way when you guys subscribe and hit the like button. Now, WBO undefeated champion Terence Crawford. Great fighter. Some people are growing restless. They want to see him fight a big name. Now, a fight that was ordered is Showtime Shawn Porter. Yeah, he has a few losses, but at the end of the day, he's always held his own, and you know what to expect from Showtime Shawn Porter. That's why a lot of people want to see this particular fight. And I want to give you guys an update. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. But first, I got to get through this ad. Do you want more content? Make sure you follow my socials on Twitter @BoxingEgo and Instagram @BoxingEgo1. Yeah. Team Terence Crawford, this is from Mike Coppinger of ESPN. Team Terence Crawford and PBC have been negotiating with Top Rank, but no deal yet. They still have time before the purse bid to complete one. So the purse bid was ordered. It was already supposed to happen, but then before the actual expiration date, they extended it. And they still haven't arrived at a deal as of the latest reports. The WBO basically confirmed what ESPN is telling you, and they said the rescheduled purse bid for the mandatory bout between WBO welterweight world champion Terence Crawford and challenger Shawn Porter will be held at noon Eastern tomorrow, September 14th at the WBO offices in San Juan. It will be transmitted live via the WBO's own Facebook page. So purse bid is an auction, and it's open if you have like a promoter's license and whatever other qualifications. And if you have the option, just like any other auction, to be the winning bid, and then you have to put a deposit down, or you have to organize the fight within 90 days, yada, yada, yada. So I don't want to go into all the specifics of that. So that's where we're at. We're at a standstill, and this is according to both ESPN as well as the WBO themselves. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think there's a lot of mystery right now because Terence Crawford, he is with Top Rank right now, but it's been seeming like it's a bit rocky. That's just my perception of it, maybe. But it looks like it's been a rocky foray in recent memory. Bob Arum, as you guys know, has thrown Terence Crawford under the bus in recent memory, saying, hey, I'm losing a lot of money on this kid, and he's not profitable, marketable for the company. So does Terence Crawford stay with the company that put out statements like that? I don't know. In the past, he has. So I don't know PBC. There's just a lot of questions here. I know Shawn Porter for a fact wants to fight, and I have that on a trusted source. So he's been wanting to fight. He's been calling for the fight. He said he's ready for the fight. But boxing is beyond just who wants it and things like that, and it's also politics. Does PBC want to work with Top Rank? Is there a way to make this fight without Top Rank? These are the questions that I'm sure will be answered. Listen, it's a great fight. I think Shawn Porter will be the best name that Terence Crawford has fought arguably ever, but definitely at welterweight in terms of, you know what you get when you get a Shawn Porter fight. You can expect heart, rugged, maybe a strenuous pace, an in-shape guy, a disciplined guy with some great amateur wins. Some people don't know Alexander Usyk lost to Shawn Porter in the amateurs, and Alexander Usyk now as an adult is about to fight Anthony Joshua, and you know he ended up graduating from cruiserweight to heavyweight. But Shawn Porter has wins over guys like Demetrius Andrade in the amateurs, who you see as a quality operator. as a pro, and Usyk, like I just mentioned, Edwin Rodriguez, etc. So without a doubt, there's a lot of extremists in boxing, and I try to air caution, and that's not my thing. I'm not really in that lane, because boxing is such a beautiful sport if people allow boxing to just be what it's supposed to be. Terence Crawford is a great fighter, but there are questions about, some people have questioned his chin. Some people have questioned why he hasn't had the bigger fights and some of the bigger opportunities, right? What we know is he's ambidextrous, he's a dog, he's a gutsy fighter, he's entertaining, and I think Shawn Porter would be a huge statement if he can fight a guy like that and possibly beat a guy like that. Because I do think Shawn Porter, like some people, this is just some people, I'm just telling you what I feel. Like I said, I'm not no extremist where I'm just going to say a bunch of radical stuff I don't believe. I do rate Terence Crawford. I've supported his career. I've been in his gym several times. I went out to Omaha to cover his fights, etc. So everything I do on my channel and what I say, it's always business. It's never nothing personal. Crawford, people are waiting for him to see those bigger names. So some people are just radically saying Shawn Porter gets stopped, Shawn Porter gets stopped, style make fight. But at the end of the day, we haven't seen, Crawford has 100% knockouts right now, but he hasn't fought a guy that we would say is still in his prime, still giving guys tough fights. A couple years ago, Errol Spence, a fight I covered, we're not really seeing him dispatch anyone like that. And I think that's going to be the ultimate answer in this fight. If that's why I want the fight to happen, because Crawford has, I'm telling you how boxing works. Crawford has stopped every welterweight he's fought. So it's either, is he that good, or his competition is good to mediocre or below? Because I don't know. I have to see him stop Shawn Porter, because Shawn, and again, this, I'm not saying this from a point or a perspective of like I have a dog in a race. I'm saying it because no one has stopped Shawn Porter. I've seen him get hit with malicious shots from punchers like Keith Thurman, who is a credible certified welterweight, has speed and athleticism with his shots. He took shots from Errol Spence, took him throughout the whole fight, did get dropped once in the fight. Broner, another guy with some power, dropped him, got up. So Shawn Porter showed he's a warrior. So I think this is a great fight. And no matter who wins, even if it's Crawford, it'll be a good cap in his hat, because at the end of the day, we haven't seen him stop somebody that we think is in prime that hasn't been stopped. You know, Jeff Horn, I don't even think he beat Pacquiao. So yeah, he hadn't been stopped by the time Crawford got to him and stopped him. But I also think he shouldn't have been a champion. Jose Benavidez, yeah, he was undefeated, but he also got shot in the leg. Shawn Porter doesn't have any of those things apply to him, you know, in the same way. So it's just a completely different fight. Terence Crawford, he's a beast. He figures out his opponents. He has fun in there. You've seen it with fights, even tough fights for him, like Mean Machine. He got up and then he was just, he's a dog. Like there's no resist, like it's just nothing but resistance with him. So I think it's a combustible fight, and I think it's a great fight for the fans. I don't even know who I would pick to win. It's hard to gauge, because I feel I know a lot more about Shawn Porter as a welterweight than I know about Terence Crawford. But then I also rate Terence Crawford heavily, as I have done for years. You let me know. I don't want to get too detailed, because boxing plays these like, my mom's playing tricks on me. Like the Ghetto Boys, rest in peace to Bushwick Bill. Boxing plays these tricks where you get all hype and start breaking down the fight overly, and then it don't happen. So with that being said, let's see how it plays out. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Who wins this fight? Subscribe to the channel. Like, I drop the illest content, all the boxing dope. Gone. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.